Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's weekly psychic reading. I'm Erin Lee, and you can find the rest of my readings on my website, VancouverIslandPsychic.com. And I also want to post the link for the Choose Your Own Adventure crystal reading that's available for the month of July. That's always a lot of fun if you have one-off questions and want a little extra guidance throughout the course of the month. And just really quickly as an announcement, I am really excited to say that I'm going to be offering more than just the email readings now. I'm now going to be offering live YouTube readings on an individual basis, and information about that will be up on my website as well. So if you're looking for something that's a little more personalized, feel free to check that out too. Alright, so this is the weekly psychic reading for Monday, July the 14th to Sunday, July the 20th, 2014. We're going to be using Doreen Virtue's Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle card deck today. And your crystal choices for the week are Apatite, Rose Quartz, and Aquamarine. And I'll just hold the Apatite up because it's kind of tricky to see against the background. So your first choice is Apatite, Rose Quartz, and Aquamarine. Move these guys off to the side, and we'll give the cards a quick shuffle. And we're going to ask our angels, the mermaids and dolphins, to come in and share whatever messages they have for us for the coming week to help keep us balanced, healthy, stable, and strong, and moving forward in a positive way along our life path. And the reason that I chose the mermaids and dolphins for today is it feels like we've got a lot of playful energy that's coming up this week, and a lot of manifestation energy that's coming up too. So, all right. So the first card is for Monday and Tuesday, and the message that's coming up is empowerment. You are more powerful than you realize, and it is safe for you to be powerful. So it feels like things are really starting to fall into place in a lot of ways for people. As I said, manifestation is coming up really strongly for people this week, and it feels like everything that you've been putting work and energy, effort and resources into, you're starting to realize that, and that's coming together, and that's kind of fostering this sense of empowerment and this feeling of, you know, the work that you've been doing coming around together. Also, what's coming up with this card is it feels like it's a really strong encouragement to make sure that you're shining your light. So instead of kind of cowering in the background or withdrawing from the people around you, be really open and honest about who you are and allow that light to shine. Monday and Tuesday feels like it's all about forward movement with a really strong personal aspect to it too. So, and actually, I'm just noticing in this card here, we have lots of support and celebration as our main mermaid, pardon me, our main mer angel is kind of stepping into herself. So know that the people around you will love and support you even more because you are embracing that part and that aspect of yourself. So empowerment for Monday and Tuesday this week. Looking at Wednesday and Thursday, pay attention is coming up. Notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. And actually part of what's kind of coming up with this card is this feeling of synchronicity. So everything falling into place, but you really do need to pay attention and be aware of the messages that are coming up for you and the opportunities that are coming up too. Anytime we get a message speaking about synchronicity or really needing to pay attention, we really need to focus and be aware of the opportunities in order to be able to embrace them and to take them in. So all of the work that we've been doing up until this point, especially through Monday and Tuesday with going into that feeling of empowerment, is bringing forth these opportunities, but we need to be in a position where we can take advantage of them and say, yes, that is exactly what I want, that's exactly where I'm going, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to enjoy that. And the other thing that comes up too is the more that we embrace our own opportunities, the more it creates opportunities for the people around us and other people as well. So please don't feel that in accepting an opportunity that may come your way that you are taking it away from somebody else, or that in some way you're not deserving, because again, we're going back to this sense of empowerment, which is sense of self-worth and esteem. And the more that you are able to live your purpose and to live your passion, the more the people around you are able to do the same thing, and it creates opportunities for everybody else to do that as well. All right. For Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the message that's coming up is set your sights higher. Increase your standards and expect more for yourself, and don't settle. So again, we're kind of continuing the message of empowerment that's coming up, that came up earlier in the week as we move into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And what this is really encouraging you to do is to dream big, to move outside of what you believe to be possible, and allow bigger and better things to be coming into your life. There's a lot of forward movement and manifestation that's coming up, and so this is all about releasing limiting thoughts and beliefs in order to come into the place where you really want to be. The other message that's really coming through strongly for this week is that things are going to start happening fairly quickly. So make sure that you're taking the time and using the resources that you need to keep yourself in a place where you're feeling balanced and stable, because that's going to be really important as we move forward through the rest of the week and into the following week. All right, let's pull back the crystals and see what's coming up. So, if you have chosen appetite, the message that's coming up for you this week is to stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. And that certainly seems to be part of the theme that's really coming up for this week for everybody, but particularly for you. So if at any point during the week it seems like you're kind of fighting against something, or things aren't falling into place the way that you are expecting them to, take a step back, focus and concentrate on something else. It likely means that you've been pulling yourself a bit out of balance, and so this is the universe's way of saying, hey, make sure that you pay attention to everything else in your life too. While you're doing that, we'll bring in the rest. So really, if you've chosen appetite for this week, make sure that you're staying as positive as you possibly can about where you are and what's happening in your life, because the more positive you are, the more it's able to bring positive things into your life. Appetite is a fabulous manifestation crystal. So if you've been drawn to choose appetite this week, you are manifesting things very quickly. So just staying as upbeat as possible is exactly where you need to be. All right, if you've chosen rose quartz for this week, self-employment, and this is so funny because it seems to me that I think it was last week's video, rose quartz was in the middle and was also self-employment. So if you've chosen rose quartz, either for the first time or for the second time, the message that's coming through for you is that that is exactly where you need to be focusing your time and attention, is on career. And if you have been thinking about becoming self-employed or are currently self-employed and are maybe struggling a little bit, know that you are doing exactly what you need to be doing, and just keep on doing it. Now with that, rose quartz is coming up, and it's a really strong heart chakra crystal, and so it's really important that anything that you're doing on a career basis or a career level is something that you are really passionate about. The more passionate you are about the work that you're doing, the more everything else kind of flows and falls into place. So work is really coming up strongly for you this week, but again, also with a bit of a hint of balance for making sure that you're taking time for personal life as well. But a lot of focus is coming up for you around work, and lots of celebration that's coming up too. So if you have been thinking about becoming self-employed or making some sort of change in your work life, this is the time, this is the sign. And if you have chosen aquamarine, the card that's coming up for you is accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. So again, it's a kind of a similar message to what came up around staying optimistic, is that you have been working really hard on manifesting and creating whatever it is that you're working on right now, and heaven is hearing you, your angels are hearing you, God is hearing you, and they're wanting to help, and they're also providing opportunities. So Wednesday and Thursday of this week are going to be really important for you to pay attention and to be aware of opportunities that do come up, that do present themselves, and to take those opportunities. The other message that's kind of coming through is making sure that you are not only accepting help, but also asking for it too, because sometimes we can be blocking the process by not asking for what it is that we need. So this includes with friends, family, as well as with angels, God, source, whatever your belief system may be, but it's time to be asking for it and then accepting the help. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me for this week's weekly psychic reading. I'm Erin Lee, and you can find the rest of my readings on my website, VancouverIslandPsychic.com. Don't forget about the Choose Your Own Adventure Crystal reading that's available. I'll put both of those links up here. And if you've been wanting a personalized reading with me, that's available either through Skype, phone, in-person, email, or through the new video readings that'll be debuting this week as well. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I want to wish you a fabulous week.